Hi, Durango Dank here, 6/8/24, June 8th, 2024. And about almost a year ago, I ran into these guys um, in a bar, and they were brokers, stockbrokers. And they were talking about Paramount. And I told them what I did. And I said, hey, I can tell you what their stocks are going to do. I can tell you what everybody's stocks are going to do just by using advanced algorithms. And you can get a flavor of what the people are talking about now that'll reflect and the possibilities of reflection in the future. And they were like, all right. And I said, so this is what I want you to do. And I gave them Paramount at Paramount, YouTube handle by Durango Dank. And I said, 30 days or so, Google search it, or just keep Google searching it, and you'll get a good idea of what's going to be happening with Paramount and the whole situation. And that if they went with my way of predictions, that their stock would be worth, at least $80 a share, twice of what Universal is, or almost twice. Well, back in that time, because right now, so anyway, so you take a look at the way things are written. This is us right here. Skydance, and it talks to you about all the merger and the agreement and yada, yada, yada. And, it's kind of funny, but they have a pattern of doing this to help raise their stock so that everybody thinks, oh, they're getting ready to sell. Let's buy, let's buy. And when you do that, it's already written all down here. Like, trying to find it. Hang on. Right here. Non-voting B class. Then you go to Universal. Did the same thing. This was the highest stock. They're like $47. And I can tell you why they're $47, and I can tell you why they're not any higher to where they were. But that's not my job right now. I'm just showing you that when people come up to the plate, like this guy, you Google search his name, right? This is all us right here. Like Readyverse, you got people talking about Readyverse like they invented these words. Young cats, like 40 years old. This is what we're dealing with. The ones that are trying to come out with their NFTs and their blockchain and cryptocurrency, the same stuff we heard in 2006. And because of the 2007 and 2008 financial calamity that destroyed a lot of people, that category, that subject kind of collapsed. And so now, and then we had COVID. So, with these kind of collapse, it takes almost a decade to regroup everybody back into getting back into the business. And so now you have these cats like Futureverse. That's who this is right here. See Futureverse? Worldwide Meta, that's me. But they started futureverse.com, and they don't realize that as soon as you use those two words that have been used forever on the internet since it's been developed, of course, but even in the normal sense of using the word future and the word verse, and verses, well, we can't even get into that because that's at a higher level. Verses are a lot different than verse, but it's not an accumulation of verses that make up the verse in the Bible world. So you got to be really careful which way you tread and what words you use. But right now we're at a time that we couldn't have been in a better time with Gen AI, generative AI. And it takes layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of information, layers and layers and layers of prompts to create content in order for artificial intelligence to be able to give each end user the best question, the best results, so that they always return to that search or browser, whatever you're using. And When you Google search this guy here, um, Taylor Swift, we call that. So these were different algorithm tests that we did that we turned into titles. But when you look at this guy, so is he an actor? Universal Music Group, Universal names, James Merch, back in 2016. So everybody takes a position on a team now, according to artificial intelligence, according to the metaverse. See, none of these people, they all own their own metaverse. And so this is my metaverse. So I'm showing you things in my life that we talk about or people talk about or things I hear. And I create probabilities. And what's the probability that this guy couldn't have learned something better? You know what I mean? And see, down on the way on the bottom, having 20 views. You know, my views aren't meant for public views, because it's made for HR departments, for people that claim to be brokers of people, putting conversations together and hoping that you've got the best mix when there's always somebody out there that's better, that you need to bring on the team. But this guy's ego is very narcissistic. When you just look at the way the way it spells out, really nothing like, he's more into his acting than he is his job. And I know because I sent this guy an email, because that's what we do. That's what everybody can do. So when a company says, hey, we're looking to work for them, we're looking to hire somebody, let's say. And let's say you don't follow the mainstream of resumes. And this is the other thing with these people. They base everything off a resume, okay? Okay, paper stands still, man. You can write anything you want. They can go check anything they have, but the guy's unemployed. So that's your first point. Their first red flag that something happened. And if you're unemployed, it ain't good. Either you left or they left you. So these are the things that common sense with artificial intelligence that an HR department would start using. A guy like me would go to the deep mind department and said, hey, Double D, we need you to... Okay. Hey, James, this is what I found. You see, James ain't answering, because James thinks he already fucking knows everything. And he don't know dick. How about that? You don't even know Dick Tracy. So, and Dick Tracy, man, you got to be on top of things. But, so what they're doing now, and this is what a lot of people, Universal Music Group, they're buying, what you want to do is you want to buy labels. You want to buy content. As much content, the content is king. And the person that runs everything is queen. It's either way, doesn't matter. Could be a queen of content and be the king that controls the levers. Which in Paramount's position, they have a queen running everything, and Bob is running the levers. But in the Universal side of things, Murtaugh and his people that are all listed on, where is that at, folks? Come on, right here. That was a taste 11 months ago, see? So I actually did Universal first to offset what I was doing for those guys I talked to. So a little bit of twisting here, but I can't remember everything until I see dates. 11 months. And that trumps 8 months. Or excuse me, 9 months. It's hard to look at the screen and the camera at the same time. Man alive. But there it is, folks. And right now, I've sent I did these algorithms and I sent all these people in Paramount that think they're in the know. And see, when the people that are all the smartest people in the room, and they all think they're the smartest people in the room, but nothing gets done, and their stock hangs down in the below 12s or below $13 when it used to be massive, and they don't understand that they can look at the charts and take content, data content with what we do, and find the exact reason why that stock dumped. But it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of time, and nobody wants to pay for it. They'll just pay for a bunch of other people to do a bunch of other stuff to keep everybody spinning that things are okay, but everything's not okay. That's the thing I'd ask Sherry. Why are you selling so fast? Why are you so interested in trying to sell? You know? And why are these people coming to the plate and then you pull out? See, I think they're trying to inflate their stock to get that kick. So once they see it rallying, everybody starts jumping on board, and it just has people know the word's out. And so the smartest guys in the business that don't want to listen to outsiders that know can prove it. Bam! But you can't believe everything you hear on the internet, Durango Dank. Don't you know that? I've got nothing to do with any of these people. So what happens to them? Don't make me no never mind.